I'm going to talk about the chip load control. Yeah. Uh, chip load. Chip load. Okay. Now, I will change this one first. Yeah. First, I will change this back to spiral cut, and I will go and change the down step, side step. Maybe down step is 3. Okay, maybe 3 is okay, and side step I will change to maybe 30% of the cutters. And for now, let's I will first off the optimizer and calculate. Yeah. Of course, the rapid motion will go apart, but this is not what I want to show you. I'm going to post out this NC and show the G code. Let's rename this G code to be no chip load. Okay, and see. Okay, so if you look at the NC, you can see this. You only have a few feed rate. And this feed rate is specified inside the machine parameter, the RPM and feed rate. Okay. Now I'm going to edit this again on the optimizer. Where's my optimizer? On it back again, and this time with rapid motion count check and also with the chip load control. Okay. For chip load control, we have the option to reduce the feed or create down step. So this is a feed table. Volume 1 is equal to your down step and side step. You can change the feed according what you want, what you wish. Then okay, then calculate again. Okay, now let me post the NC again and show you the difference. Let me change again chip load NC. Okay, let's compare the G code with no chip load control. No G load control, you can see only a few feed rate. With chip load control, you have a lot of different feed rate. Okay, this is feed control. It is automatic inside the optimizer. Okay, next, how about the chip load control for the create down step method? Okay, now look carefully. Okay, so if you use a feed rate to control, what happens? You see the cutter cutting full load. Okay, the feed rate will slow down. This one. Yeah? When the cutter cutting full load, the feed rate will automatically slow down. Okay. How about the create down step? So I'm going to edit this. Now I'm going to change the options from the reduce feed rate to create down step instead. Okay, the down step, a maximum down step. What is the maximum down step you want? Okay, this means that okay, now my down step is 3 and side step is 2.4. So 3 times 2.4 is load 1, volume 1. If the volume of the material engaged to the cutter more than 1, for example 2 times, it will create 2 down step. If more than 3 times, it will create 3 down step. Okay, so I will calculate this one. And okay, let's look at the simulation again. You will understand. Okay, let's look at the simulations. You see the cutter create down step, a few down step. Okay, my actual down step that I set is 3 mm, but now you can see some area is creating less than 1 mm down step to cut. Right, this is called create down step. So you can control maximum how many down steps the system can divide the load into. So with this create down step option, the load is also reduced. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the holder gao check options. I will edit the same process. This one. Let's put it to holder check. Holder check. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. The first, I will create a shortcutters. Run EMs. With this, I'll create another short one. So I'll rename it short SHRT shortcutter, and I'll change the cut length to 10 and the clear length this time to 15 to make it very short. And again, I will change the holder parameters to make a small holder. And I'll create a new holder for now, maybe two holder. Is there any two holder? Yeah. Yeah, there's a holder 2, so let me holder 3. And I will change this 20. 60 is okay for me. Just click OK to create this short tools. And then I'm going to edit this process, change the tool to short tools. Where is the short tools? Here the short tools. Alright. And okay, let me cancel the incremental clear. Let's use the absolute clear and off the optimizer, and let's calculate and see what happens if I use the short tools. Okay, look at the path. Okay, let's increase the speed. Later you can see the holder will gouge apart, right, as the depth increase. Yeah, do you see here? Holder is gouging apart. Yeah. So how to solve these problems? Yeah, we can use the holder gouge check under the optimizer. Okay, here. Holder gouge check. Of course, make sure you rapid motion on also. This by default on. I will off the chip load, but on the holder gouge check. And yeah, you have the option mute and alert. Mute and alert. What is this? Let me open my output pane. Go to panes, view panes, output. Yeah. Right click, select all, and delete all the message. I'm going to show you what's here. Mute and alert and calculate. Do you see here the message? Okay. So the system will do nothing, but the system will suggest you to what? Move up the holder. Okay, raise to a length of 20, for example. Everything is here. Okay, so you have to go and change the cutter length. Clear length of the cutter manually in this case. Okay, let me close. Okay, there's another options. Okay, you can also choose. Okay, I want to cut using this cutter only. Okay, let's cancel the other option. Use colored cutter. Chip load. Yeah, chip load is okay. I'm using I'm using use color cutter and execute. And I'm going to show the simulations. Okay, this is what happened. The cutter will cut only those areas that this cutter can cut, and you will skip those areas that the cutter cannot cut. Like that. Yeah, if you use a use color cutter. Okay, so this material here the cutter cannot cut, so it will skip. Okay, there's another options here. That is you can use the auto search, and if Sematon find that if the system need to find another tool to cut the remaining material, then you will automatically create a new tool with the required length. Okay, so you can control the second cutter feed rate from here. I can say I want to reduce 50% and 50% because the cutter now is longer, so you must reduce the feed or else vibration will be there. And just calculate. After calculation, if you go to cutter, you can see you have one more cutter, short cutter 01, and the length of this cutter is automatically adjust to 19.99920. Yeah, this is automatic, auto. And now this process, do you see here, multi-cutter? That means in one process we have two cutters inside. Okay. Normally this is okay. If you need to edit or divide the cutter, you can do that also. You just select this one, this process, and go to edit and select this divide procedure by cutter change, and there you are. Straight away you have two cutters over here. Okay, and the original one is hidden away, so you can on and off the display of the second cutter. Let me navigate. You see this second cutter is longer, right? Yeah. Okay, so if you want to go back to the initial one, two cutter in one process, you just select this two process and delete it and re-execute this process again to get the two cutter in one process. There you are, the result. Let's look at the simulation how this works. Okay, you can see first you use the first cutter to machine to the maximum. Okay, to the maximum what the current cutter can do. You maximum everything, machine everything to the maximum. And after that, you'll change to a longer cutter that defined by the systems. This is the auto search options. Now is the second cutter, longer cutter. Of course, with the feed rate, RPM reduce. Okay, beside the auto, you can have the option to choose your own cutters. Right, let's go to optimizer again. Beside the auto search, you have also the option cutter sequence to choose your own sequence of cutters. Right, here you can choose. Okay, for example, now currently I'm using this short. The first two is short cutters. Right, you can select from the tool library. For example, I will select this rough MU8 with a clear length of 30 mm. Put to the bottom. If I need to reduce the feed rate, I can key now 50. Okay, this tells the system that cut with my first cutter to the maximum, then change to the second cutter if possible. If this cutter, change to the second cutter and cut again to the maximum. And if still there's another area that is not machined, I can import another cutter for that. So one time you can put in as many cutter as you wish, and the system will choose from your list. Okay, so just click OK and click calculate. And I'm going to divide this into a different procedure. Divide cutter and hide the last cutter. You can see now the last cutter is choosing from my cutter list the cutter that I defined to machine the remaining.